I drove by their.
What's the
I
deal?
drove. If it's him, I drove by their house fucking the other night and grabbed my fucking motor. Because I got no mufflers. About 2 o'clock in the morning,
Good shock.
I was going home from my mom's house. And I drove. I'm gonna drive that. And I just drove around.
The things that give you pause.
The things that make you go.
Oh, we're back. We've returned.
We survived
This
the
is
holiday
Amigos,
season.
everyone. I am TJ with Adam and Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, who's going to win Smoker Mania.
There's no doubt. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well,
I know Chris had
Brent.
some trash talk, but he can't do it live on air. What was up with that?
I was going to like. All right, this past week is as far as my sleep has gone has been fucking phenomenal.
Okay. Good sleep. There's something to be said for good sleep.
Right. I actually got to like sleep at a decent hour, and I didn't feel like I was getting run down. And you know, I made some rounds. I made sure people got some different stuff from me for Christmas. And
Like I know you stopped by Steve's and gave him some meat.
Oh yeah, Steve got some raw meat in the form of ribeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, nothing for me, thanks.
Hey, you guys got to wait. I help you throughout the year. All you do is say something, and I'll hand over money.
No, you don't. You fucking liar.
I have.
Once. And that was a home warming gift when I moved in a year ago. Other than that, I made it a point not to ask you for money because I hear you bitching about people that you gave money to or owe money.
I've got plenty of people I've given money to that never pay me the fuck back.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't want to be one of those people. I see how you act toward them when they're not around.
I act towards that to their. I act like that towards their face.
Yeah.
Like, you motherfucker, you still haven't paid me back my money. Fucking rage dies and don't pay me back my money.
Well, don't feel bad. You're not the only one.
Hey, you can always try, TJ. You can always try and get it from the estate.
Yeah, there you
Or
go.
whatever's there.
Good luck. Like, good Lord, man. I can think of all the people that owe me money. Man, if everybody who owed me money would pay me back the money that they owe me, I wouldn't owe any money to anybody else.
Yep. I'd rather stay off that list personally. So
Yeah. That's why, yeah, I'm not. I have my suspicion that TJ was somewhere in an anonymous an anonymous gift that was given to me about a year ago. I think TJ was in on that one, but he has never come out and said. So I've never asked him for money. I don't think I asked him for. No, I never asked him for money.
Never asked me for money.
I think he was in on a larger purchase that I received a year or so ago. That
nope, you'll never know.
It was
There's
supposed to be
I don't talk
anonymous. It was supposed to be anonymous or whatever you call it, anonymous. I'll be honest, I've been fucking smoking. Yeah.
Kind of sounds like it.
Get out of here, Steve.
I'm pretty high.
So, real quick, before we get too far into the show, I know that neither one of these guys were firefighters, but over the course of the last week, from Thursday before to from the Thursday before I left to when I got back, we lost Rage the Thursday before Christmas, and we lost Marvin on Christmas morning. So I have been trying to think about something to do to as a way to say goodbye, and believe it or not, it came from the firefighters. So with that being said, the Chicago Fire Department has always rang out the code 335 to signify that the company has returned home. And at this time, I'd like to ring out that code to signify that Rage and Marvin both have now returned home. It was a hard week.
Yeah.
As you guys know, Marvin and I were very close.
Yeah.
We talked damn near every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the two of us would get on the phone, and it was a never stop. We would start with a serious conversation.
Right.
And then it would sound like we're trying to take over a show.
I've been there. I've had to leave from some of those calls.
Yeah, we've actually drug Adam into conference call on a couple of those just to hear how bad it could really get.
I wouldn't call it bad, but it was bad because you guys weren't on air.
Oh God.
But
and anybody who ever heard the two of us on the air together was insane.
Yeah.
And it was just, that was the way it was. I mean, we had a blast together, talking on the phone, hanging out, whatever we were doing. We always had a lot of fun. Rage was just as hard of a sticking point because I've known him for over 20 years. I mean, we were coming up on 21 years of friendship.
Yeah.
And during the time frame of that friendship, there were days where I'm like, man, this is one of the best people I've ever had in my life. Then there were days where I loaned him money. He told me to fuck off, and he stayed in Central Illinois. I mean, I'm like, you son of a bitch. You're supposed to be on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
And it cashed in the travel ticket I bought for him so he could have alcohol money.
But
and weed money. I wonder who would do that.
His wrestling career was here in the Midwest, TJ.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like saying that your weed smoking career is in the Midwest. I'm not going to leave because I smoke weed there.
Didn't a lot of really good wrestlers come from Texas?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, just
The
saying.
Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean,
but who would want a career? Who would want a career like that?
Steve?
What?
Who else did you say?
The Von Erichs.
Yeah.
I just watched a movie again the other day. That's sad.
Yeah, it's
Hey, Steve, crazy. If you want some weed, there's about 2 grams of it all over my kitchen floor.
Why?
Cats knocked it over.
Oh, I would be pissed.
He's wasting it.
That's okay. I got more.
Well,
they said, I want some nip too, bud.
Dang. My cat don't even like catnip. I know she don't like weed.
Oh, my
really?
kitties go crazy
yeah,
for the
she
nip.
Don't even fucking like catnip. I got some. I got some. I had these ones that look like joints. I gave them to Rob and told them they were weed.
Hey, you rolled catnip into it?
Yeah, they were already rolled. They were pre-rolled catnip things for your cat.
Yeah.
I told Robin they were weed. I said, you want these? I don't smoke these. And I gave them to her. So
that should have been the first clue. You don't smoke them? That should have been the clue. It wasn't weed.
So, I mean, what did you find later? Did you find her out there in the hallway, like trying to chase her tail or something?
She talks to animals now. She talks to animals.
Oh, really?
She talks to bed bugs, she said. She talks to spiders. She has a spider outside of her apartment named Charlie. She talks to. She
Watch
talks
out
to
for Charlie's
flies.
up in the trees, everybody.
So, yeah, I think I fucked her up. I gave it to her. Hope she can smoke it.
Did you lace that with a little bit of angel dust or something? I mean, she's
I
after
know.
talking all this shit
We're
now,
putting in our weed.
Mixture of catnip and PCP.
right?
Can't smoke catnip. That'll fucking kill you.
Maybe that's why. Maybe.
It can actually cause your lungs to start bleeding.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't that sound fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe.
All right. So, Steve. I mean, I'm curious. Like, if you had to deal with talking to Robin, or finding her stuck head and shoulders inside of the dryer, I mean, which one would you rather find?
Oh, find her.
I'd rather find her stuck head and shoulders in the dryer. That way it's bottoms up.
How can I? Any of them right now. I mean, that's just,
So would you try to help her out of the dryer?
You bet.
That's probably after helping her further in.
Well, I hold on to her hips so she didn't go any farther, so I could hold on to it. I think just rubbing up against it. Ooh,
Oh God!
Hold on, I'll help get you out.
You do know that could be.
You guys want to watch that on Pornhub? That's the best Pornhub ones, man.
I don't have Pornhub. I live in Texas.
Well, that's your problem, man.
I prefer Chatterbait.
Those are the best ones, you know.
I don't use. Oh yeah, Chatterbait. I'm not on Pornhub. I don't have any of that shit.
Chatterbait, you can sit there and chat with them while they're stripping or doing whatever.
Really?
You can control their toys and stuff.
I used to have a girlfriend that let me do that.
I don't know if I like that. I'm more of a watcher. I just want to sit back in a corner.
Why do it to your girlfriend when you can do it to a girl you don't even know?
Well, I mean, she gave me the passcode to her vibrator. So while I was on the road, we're doing a little bit of phone stuff, I'm sitting there with my phone, I'm playing with her vibrator and just making it do all sorts of stupid, crazy shit.
It's when you get her a pair of them vibrating underwear and make her wear it to work.
Man, I should have. She was a bartender. That's what would have made it even better.
Oh, yeah. That's assuming that your girlfriend wears underwear now.
Well, I mean, now she's an ex, thancfpfully.
TJ hit that button at the right time and there'd be whiskey all over the bar.
That would be funny.
I'd want Steve there back in the corner of a room and do that. So you can see how they react as you do it.
I would want Steve there when I hit that button. That way he could hear her scream when she throws the whiskey all over the bar.
Well, it was a good time because there's certain kind of screams.
That would have been a good scream.
Okay, like the
yes, like that one.
Biggity.
Not quite that disturbing, but definitely like that one.
Yeah, I don't like the blood curdling screams.
No, not that scream. But
I don't want to hear the dude at all. I just want to hear the woman. Some of those, the dude gets to talk and then no, shut up, dude. I don't want to hear your voice.
So
have you guys ever heard this before? Because I used to date a girl that could still orgasm an hour after sex.
Yeah.
We'd be sitting there having a snack, and all of a sudden she just, whoo! What the fuck?
Yeah, I know one of those too.
Yeah, we were done 20 minutes ago.
Oh! Adam busted her out.
What happened?
Adam's not getting laid for the next 2 weeks.
Nope.
No more sex for the rest of the year.
Oh, damn. That's only 3 days.
No. You want to tell them? Or
Which part?
No, the parts you just said.
What, that you'll still get laid?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll still get laid.
Bullshit.
You can call it what you want.
That's why.
That's
why you date or marry a picky woman, so that way sex is never off the table.
Well,
it may hurt a little bit, but it's still on the table.
This is the thing. Like Steve and I were
On the
explaining
table,
to
on
Adam.
the counter, on the floor. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Steve and I were explaining to Adam before the show that he's still in, when it comes to sex, they're still in like that I want to be around you phase. But eventually that's going to go away.
okay, you do realize though that Julie and I have known each other for 25 years.
But you've only been an item for like 2.
You were an item 25 years ago too.
And 15 years ago.
I'm
And
talking
15 years
now,
ago.
when you're,
and-
I'm talking
Oh,
now,
man.
you're sexually active together as an item.
Yep.
yeah.
Hell,
Which-
after 15 years, my wife is just disgusted by me.
See, there you go. I'm telling you.
I don't know what to tell you there.
Steve Corey says that you need to watch some point of view videos. Like you are the guy nailing the girl
Oh.
on your porn videos. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Hey,
so
that's
you
what
can
porn's
be the
good for,
guy
you
to
know,
save
you
the
can-
girl from the washing machine, Steve.
That's right.
Or get,
I'm not
or get
watching
the
porn.
girl
I'm getting tips and
unstuck.
advice.
It's like
I'll tell
you
you
can
what,
get the
these-
girl unstuck from underneath the coffee table.
Oh, I'll tell you what, these Chinese and Japanese people, they've developed these beautiful silicone rubber women. I've been
Hey,
shocked.
now if she's stuck down under the coffee table with bottoms up, why would you want to get her out?
That's
You-
kind of the point.
yeah. And I can't figure out how would you get stuck under the coffee table.
Just
I think
leave her
it's
there.
that
Give her a
under coffee
doggy
table.
bowl to eat out of.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
question the how or why of it. Just accept the fact that that's what's in the video.
But how do you get caught under a coffee table?
How do
Yeah.
you get caught in
With-
a washing machine or dryer?
With the thong on, only a thong.
Yeah, that was intentional. The washing machine or the dryer I could see, because if she gets like, she's got like big old knockers and manages to kind of slip them in, but they're hanging up, coming
Right,
back out while
exactly,
she's
yeah.
getting that laundry out of there.
Right, yeah.
I could see that. I
Yeah.
can make sense of. Under
Yeah.
a coffee table, dude, flip the fucking coffee table.
Or-
Who gives a shit about your goddamn weed on my
Yeah.
coffee table?
or couch cushion, couch
Hey, don't
cushion.
fuck with my
Oh.
weed, man.
I'll piss on your
I'll be-
weed.
Let
know.
me clean that shit up and put it back in a baggie first.
I will piss on your weed.
Dude,
Oh.
I was up in Illinois. I was
That's a-
10
Sorry.
miles from TJ. Said, fuck him. I ain't going to see him.
Oh, good.
No, I was actually, you were in Peoria, right?
No,
You were over by Peoria?
Great.
maybe for only on a day. I mean, I was just there on a day trip,
Oh.
but no, I stayed
Oh.
down in Springfield this time.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, I was up in Urbana for a night, and then Addison for a night, and then Bloomington for a night, and then back
Oh.
home.
So you
You know,
were
the
so
only
close
one-
to us, Chris, and you didn't even bother stopping by. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I was on
I
my
saw-
wife's time.
I saw Steve while I was there. I didn't get a chance to go see Adam because I had other shit going on, but I did see Steve. You didn't even see one of them.
Hey, I was
Yeah.
on my wife's clock, which means I didn't even get to see my people.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. That's
And
right.
my people are way more fun.
Chris talks a whole big game, but when it breaks right down at the end of the day, I do what I want when she tells me it's okay.
Yep.
Hey, there's a chance y'all will see me in January because I do got a trip to Iowa planned. But either way, we're definitely getting together in March because I'm gonna whoop Steve's ass in a smoke out.
Phew.
There you go.
You shouldn't fall.
Someone's got to get that title. Someone.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Steve is still standing after 4 hours, I'm just gonna hit him with some chloroform.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna fucking
That's,
have to.
That's lost by disqualification.
Yeah.
You go disqualified, Steve automatically gets the belt. And Steve, that goes the same for you. You try to get disqualified, then Chris will automatically get the belt.
Yep.
So I got a plan for this. You ever see one of those $1,000 blunts?
Okay, you understand that Mayhem's not going to sponsor that.
Yeah, I'm not paying for $1,000 blunt.
Especially not 2 of them.
I'm gonna make one.
You're gonna make one.
I'm gonna get.
You're gonna have to make 2.
Monte Cristo number 7, an actual Cuban. Cut it open, take the tobacco out, and then I'm gonna line it with some oil. Put some weed in it, put some hash in it, put some keef in it, put some white diamonds in it, seal it all up, and then coat it with more oil, and then roll it in keef and make my own $1,000 blunt. That's all they do.
The thing is that there's not really any fairness there, because if you're doing that, Steve can't do that.
Right.
I'm going to be sitting there with Steve. That's the plan.
You cannot smoke flower in Steve's. I don't know how many times I've got to repeat this to you. It's not sinking in. You'll get him thrown out. I'm not going to have him thrown out because you want to be an ass.
No, I thought we were going to find a place that's like a mutual, kosher.
Right. That's cool. It's me. Yeah, I can drive. I can drive.
And we're not finding one. That's the problem.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, a lot of places don't want that kind of event at their location.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck it. We're going to rent a room at the Pioneer and we ain't telling them what we're doing.
And then you'll get thrown out of there and I'll get charged.
Yeah.
Thump's house. Who's Thump?
If he's talking about Rhino, I mean, Rhino's already said no.
Yeah,
because he's got the new baby at home.
He said he supply my weed, but
yeah,
he can't do it at his house because he's got a brand new baby.
And Steve don't want to be without his truck.
No, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to ride with you.
Yeah, don't nobody want to ride with me.
Not even your wife wants to ride with you.
She'll actually ride with me because I'll drive. I'll do the speed limit or close to it with her in the car.
Like, I still say in your relationship, your wife is the smarter one.
She is. Oh, yeah.
And she's definitely a better looking one.
I'll admit I'm a little bit better at saving money, but she's got. Because wake up today and I'm going to go all day without spending a single penny. She wakes up, first thing she says, I want Arby's.
Like, I'll even go so far as to say that I think she's the more entertaining one, too.
That depends on who's been drinking what.
Who's been drinking what?
I mean, I got. Go ahead, Steve.
My only stipulation, like I said, I can't smoke flower inside my apartment because we're still federally legalized. And I'm not even supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, you're federally subsidized.
But I have spoken with a special agent that's on their show. I said, it's been in my apartment. I said, now, do you smell marijuana? When he said, no, I do not smell it. He said, I smell it in the hallway. He said, but I do not smell it in your apartment. I was okay, then I'm not worried about myself.
But I mean, you've been vaping in your apartment for how long now?
Oh, a couple of years.
Okay,
because they came down on. I started smoking flower was when the water opened and the fan blowing, but then Robin started smoking flower. Then people started walking to this end of the hallway. I was like, oh, we smell it outside the door. Fuck it. Quit smoking flower. I don't fucking care what we smoke. I'll smoke flower. I'll smoke. I can't smoke it in my apartment.
I have a new idea.
You want to find somebody to fucking drive us around in a fucking van for 4 hours to one of us pass out?
No, I have a new idea.
Okay.
We're going to find a random person at a dispensary. Be like, hey, you smoke weed. Do you smoke weed at home? Would you like to help and host a competition?
I may have a ringer. But man, I'm reluctant to pull the trigger on that ringer.
I got a ringer too, but Steve don't want to drive up 55.
I would. If I had a dependable vehicle, let's just say this. I went over to fucking paint it, and thank God my truck made it. My truck's just not the most dependable. It's a good AB. It's a beater with a heater. Yeah. Exactly. And that's it's still, man. That motherfucker, if I could pull, about 30 pounds oil pressure running 60 miles an hour down the road, but you stop, it don't have no oil pressure.
Hey, I just wish Ray would let us use his garage.
He's got all that's known me.
Garage.
Ask anyone that's known me, that's ever been to a concert or a festival with me. If I pick your ass up, I will guarantee getting you home.
That explains why every time I hear about a festival and I try to come with you, you're like, yeah, I'll meet you there.
Yeah, right. That's his whole thing. I'll meet you there.
No, I've picked people up to go to festivals.
But I've got a ringer. I do have a ringer that I can call. Man, I don't know, because I mean, he and I are getting along again, but
you don't.
We can see it after. We can talk about it in the chat after.
There's some history there. I mean, I could try.
I think I have an idea about who this is. Would they make for a good referee?
He could make for a good referee. Man, I gotta remind him though, he can't stink face anybody during this thing.
Oh, fuck you. I mean, I know who you fucking talking about.
Man, and I used to know all kinds of people down there when I lived there, but that was 20 fucking years ago. And none of them probably live in Springfield anymore.
I did too. I did too. I had friends.
I mean, for crying out loud, if I was doing this 20 years ago, I would have been like, well, we'll just do it in my apartment. Who cares? Because I would have been right there at
20 years ago, you've been doing it in my house, in the garage. Well, you have to do the garage in the back room.
20 years ago, this wouldn't be happening.
20 years ago, this would not be, it wouldn't even be a thing.
More than likely, because I was living in Taylorville.
But the epic stink face guy. Well, I'm telling you, he might be able to host this. But I've got to talk to him about it and see if he could.
Let me talk to my pistentry that I've been using because they're not like the other ones. They built a huge building, but they're only using a portion of it, and there's another portion of it that's still empty. I don't know what they're planning on using it for or anything.
Good drugs? No.
Hello, Pat 420.
Ow, you missing cat.
But good drugs, they don't exist anymore.
The piss densery. Oh my God.
I mean, the dispensary.
All the good drugs went away with the 70s.
It's like, no, 420. We don't know where any of the good drugs are at all.
You have to ask Steve.
I just told you where the good drugs are. They got left in the 70s.
Adam, duh. You live in a big town. Duh. I know there's plenty in your town. I lived in Taylorville for 20 years.
I know, Steve, but that's just not my scene. I'm sorry.
Pana,
I leave the smoking to the professionals.
Oh, please.
Now I gotta say that while I was there, my last night there, I saw a girl that was on in the chat room of the old show, and I got to know her pretty well. And she came over. She's like, "Hey, could I use your shower at your Airbnb?" I thought it was kind of an odd question, but I was like, "Well, yeah." I'm thinking, you're asking me to use my shower. Are you planning on jumping my balls?
Yeah, say there's a woman who wanted to come over to your house. get
my
naked,
Airbnb, yeah,
hot and wet at your
all
house.
at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not going to turn into something.
Well, now let's go ahead and get into this one.
If that doesn't turn into something, you fucked up.
Real quick, can I comment on Mike's comment?
Yeah,
Illinois already has good beer. It's old style with Malort.
Chris,
I don't know. I have to try that.
Chris has sold his taste buds years ago, so he's not a judge.
Hey, I had Malort for the first time in my life this summer, and I did 2 shots, and I was nasty, but I tasted worse.
That stuff is fucking high alcohol horse piss. I mean, ugh.
I actually found out why at one time I liked Malort.
Because you were already drunk
around and I didn't give a shit.
Oh yeah, I bet you drank the bong water too, wouldn't you?
Probably would have.
Now, when I
willingly
pull out my bong, I fill it up with ice, I fill it up with water, I pack it, I smoke it, and then I get rid of it while the ice is still cold. Yes. Just to clean out the bong.
Oh, okay.
So that water don't sit there and get all bong stagnant.
Right. Oh, okay. Do you ever? I remember back in the day, I used to put like, Jack Daniels or Southern Comfort or something like that in my ice.
Down into your bong like that, right?
Yeah, in my bong.
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
we use Jack Daniels, Crown Royal. We've used orange juice. Tastes really good through a bong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
It gives your weed kind of a citrus-like flavor, and it's
I
really
bet so. I bet grape juice would too.
Grapefruit juice, maybe.
And here I am back at the monastery.
Yeah. You're like, you're the straighty over there. So, like I was saying, let me get back to this story. So this girl calls, and somebody I've known for a while. Could I please use your shower? I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm thinking, all right, naked, freaky, and deaky. Okay, here's where to pick me up. So I drive in the north end of Springfield. When I'm on North Grand, I make my turn, and I turn into this trailer park, and I'm like, this is already a bad sign. I know this trailer park. This is the trailer park I used to get my weed 20 years ago. This could not be good. Following the GPS, I get down there. I make the left-hand turn onto this one road. I drive down a little bit further, and I can't figure out where it's at. I can't see the number or where she's at.
Right.
One of the neighbors walks out and he goes, "You kind of look like you're a little lost." I said, "Yeah, this is the number I was given. I'm looking for a friend of mine." He goes, "Oh, that number. Do you hear the generator?" The generator? Yeah, the one with the generator. I go, "Not really. No." He goes, "Keep going. When you hear the generator, that's where you're going."
Well, it could be worse. It could have been, do you hear the banjo?
So I pull up about another 3 houses. I hear the generator. I'm like, what the fuck? I pull in. Steve's dirty mattress pile outside of his apartment has nothing on how much crap is outside of this double wide. I'm like, it's got like 9 dead cars and a half a living one. Dirty mattresses, animals, paraphernalia. There's strung out women walking in and out, half clothed, looking filthy. Here she comes. Throws her bag in the back of my car, gets in my car. I drive her over to the Airbnb. I unlock the door. I get a look at her when we walk inside. I'm like, nope, not touching this one. Like, it's in there. Go clean up, and then we need to talk.
Here's a jug of bleach.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop. This is a person you know?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking about a random person.
No.
This
is somebody I know.
Okay.
So
and knew you were going to be in Springfield.
Yes.
Okay.
So when she gets done cleaning up and comes back out of the bathroom and everything, I look at her and I go, "You relapsed, didn't you?" And that's when she proceeded to tell me, "Yeah, she did." And dude, into like the worst shit you can think of.
Yeah, it happens.
And it's all by needle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is somebody I knew that was actually a really decent person, had a lot going for her, has a lot going for her if she could ever get off the shit. But and she sits on the love seat at my Airbnb and flat looks me in the eye and she goes, "I know it's a crappy life and I really don't want to be in it, but I wish I wanted to quit." Hey, I don't know what to tell you then.
Yeah. If you know you should, but for some reason you can't.
If you cannot find the desire in yourself to quit something that you know is a complete detriment to your own life, like, okay, I give Steve and Chris both a lot of shit about how much weed they smoke, but weed is not a detriment to their life, except for their wallet, especially in Chris's case.
Well, you know what? I make enough money to support it. So I mean, as long as I put my priorities first, I mean, and that's why I say about drugs in general. I mean, as long as you can afford it, you got a job that allows you to do it, and you're not hurting anybody. Drugs have been around for thousands and thousands of years. All of a sudden, they're a problem.
Certain drugs take a hold of your life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when the ones I'm talking about,
people, yes, for some people, but at the same time, I mean, I know people that are functioning heroin addicts, functioning meth heads.
but functioning is not the, you know.
It's one thing.
What are you talking about when you're saying functioning? I mean, like a daily improvement on their lives, or they're just getting by?
They get up and they go to work, and fucking at the end of the day, when they get home and they're done working for the day, then they sit around and, like me, I get up, I go to work, fucking I work my ass off all day long, and when I get home at the end of the day, I sit around and smoke as much weed as I can.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do if you're working with one of them people and they go in, they tie off, and they shoot fucking 20 cc's into their veins?
Do that shit at home, man. I've actually
That's what I'm
told
saying.
people.
That's what the heroin will do. That's what that injected meth will do. I've seen both of them do it more often than not.
I'll agree there. It'll kill you more often than nuts. Yeah. I still say this. My friend Michelle, when we lived in Dupo, she said, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of this area because I see the people you're hanging with and shit, your trouble you're getting in. And she had her first husband died of smoking meth. And she said, we gotta get out of here for you and Keith. Yeah.
There's nothing in that meth, and I mean absolutely fucking nothing in that meth that is not poison.
Nope.
Nothing.
I mean, at least weed is organic.
Like, I don't have a problem with somebody that smokes weed. I don't have a problem if you want to snort coke. I don't, there's a lot of things I don't have a problem with. But when it starts going into the point where you're sticking it in your veins.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't ever have to worry about that because I don't have good veins. I mean, I don't know what I do. I don't know if I ever got that point, but I don't even like giving blood draw. I'm like, fuck that.
But I'm also kind of where Chris is at with it at the same time, where I'm like, how much different would the world be if we took the fucking warning labels away?
Yes, please. Can we?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it should be a common sense thing. Do not snort something that says Trojan on it.
Do not eat something you use to wash your laundry with.
I mean, if you're going to go in and you're going to snort a Trojan Magnum, boy, that's your fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you get the one that's been used.
There used to be repercussions for excessively stupid decisions.
Yeah.
So, but now there are warning labels against
you win dumb prizes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Marvin had the greatest idea for the grand prize game. Granted, the ping pong balls were coming out of something and going into the buckets, and I really wanted to see that before he passed. But damn it!
He did too.
Oh, he created it.
I know. Why didn't we ever get that version on Bozo?
Because it's a kid's show, and that's very much not a kid game at that point.
Girl leans back.
We need the adult version of Bozo.
Mm-hmm.
Out the ping pong ball pops, you know?
Yeah. Can we try that later, sweetheart?
Sure.
Looks like I got to order me some ping pong balls from Walmart.
You gonna try? Well, unfortunately, you don't drink, or else I'd say try playing beer pong like that. See what happens.
Steve would be drunk. So would I.
Could get edibles and play like, I don't know, brownie pong.
I've had some fucking brownies that
did you?
In the corner. You don't eat no fucking brownie. Yeah, I've had a couple of those.
I got a friend of mine down here that wanted me to bring him some gummies and some caramels.
Oh yeah.
So I stopped by the dispensary the other day. I'm like, okay, I'll go pick it up. No big deal. I walk in. I need a bag of gummies and a bag of caramels, right? And the bud tender looks at me and she goes, well, I need to see your ID. So I hand it over. She goes, I can sell it to you legally. I can sell you this. I said, okay. She goes, but if I do, your license is going to be reported to the FMCSA. I'm like, nope. Not worth my career. Yeah.
Yep.
So the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration would have gotten a red flag on my license just for purchasing at a dispensary.
Even though it wasn't for you, yeah.
That's a good heads up though by that young lady.
Yeah.
She kept you from making what could have been a very bad mistake.
Oh, that could have killed my career.
Either way, if they drug test you and it's not in your system, you can't prove it was me.
They could prove I bought it.
They can prove you bought it, but they can't prove you ever consumed it as long as you pass your drug test.
But just buying.
Yeah, it still doesn't look good.
It's like Dan and Anthony. They can't even go into this.
I was getting stocking stuffers for my nieces and nephews.
You're not getting it.
Right.
I am.
Federally
regulated. Dan and Anthony are both with the Illinois State Police. They are regulated. We can't touch that stuff at all. Cannot even be seen buying it. Because buying it is still a federal offense, by the way.
Yeah. Federal, yeah. Oh, where'd I go again? Oh, this damn computer.
I know, it's just bullshit. I understand, TJ, just, in my opinion, it's fucking bullshit and I don't agree with it.
But the fact of the matter is I'm not looking to seeing it get legalized nationwide anytime soon. Let's look at what's going to happen at the inauguration.
No, unless Joe does it real quick. Because Trump's not real high.
Trump's not going to do it.
Well, maybe.
No, I think Trump's actually going to start working to criminalize it in certain areas again.
Right. I don't know.
I hope not. To me, I think he would be the one to go full legalization just because he's a businessman and he sees there's a market.
That's true.
I don't see him doing it because if you look at it traditionally over everywhere that it's been legalized so far, it has been literally Democrats that have legalized it. Republicans won't do it. Why? Because they get the federal funding for their jails when they have people locked up on weed charges.
Yep.
Corey says the police union is working on changing their rules so that people that work for the police can get it. Now, he has a buddy that's a CO and they are allowing it. The federal union just The FF union.
wow.
I have no idea what FF
Well,
is.
Firefighting
This year.
Firefighter
firefighter
union?
union. That might be it.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying is like, I think and I will sit here again. I will say it is a revenue stream, but these red states, they're not legalizing it, and they're not legalizing it because if they've got somebody locked up in the prison, they're getting federal funding to take care of that because they're in there on a federal charge.
Ain't it legal in Texas?
No.
No. Ain't nothing legal in Texas but carry a gun.
I know it's legal in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, it's legal in Oklahoma. But it was the last Democrat governor in Oklahoma that actually legalized it.
Florida's legal.
DeSantis caved.
I don't think Mississippi's legal. Or Louisiana.
Yeah, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Texas, they are not legal.
So wait a minute, you guys don't get any porn or any drugs? What the fuck?
Nope.
But now
But we get booze and guns.
Louisiana has something in common with Tennessee. Yeah, it's not legal within the state, but in Nashville and in New Orleans, it's decriminalized. You ain't getting in trouble for it.
I mean, I don't understand why it has not been legalized in Texas yet. Considering Willie lives here.
Exactly.
Matthew McConaughey is one of your representatives.
Matthew McConaughey is one of them that's fighting to keep it criminalized.
What?
Matthew McConaughey is one of them that's fighting to keep it criminalized.
He's a fucking pothead himself.
Huh? He smoked
Not
with the
when he-
dog.
It's like not when he's driving his Lincoln, he's not.
I guess according to him,
He
what's
drives
good
a
for the goose is not
68
good for the gander.
Volkswagen microbus.
But you get what I'm saying is like the politics down here. It's like people are just falling into whatever they can fall into. They're not speaking their opinions. They're following the old guard. The vast majority of them, anyway.
Well, yeah.
And that's what's not right, is because when the founding fathers set up our government, it was to be a democratic society run by the people for the people. A majority of the people in America want weed.
All right.
I
So
mean, according to
Virginia is legal, medical, and recreational, according to Corey, but the new Republican governor changed the law and will not allow recreational dispensaries to open up, but you can grow up to 4 plants at a time. I'm telling you right now, I mean, that's, again, I don't have a problem with people smoking weed.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Some people need to smoke weed.
I would love to be able to start smoking weed again.
Believe me, I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you.
the only problem I have with legalization is these fucking containers. Just put it in a sandwich bag, roll it up, and hand it to me. Come on, man.
The containers are almost fucking impossible to get open.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah,
you gotta have that
stupid
container to be legal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to be in the container. I can't take it out to my car, fuck it, dump it into a sandwich bag, and go.
You gotta have a fucking pair of pliers, and a screwdriver, motherfucker.
Fucking torch.
Oh, I want that little bit of, I want that little cartridge, motherfucker. And I got fucking big on.
You're out there with the torch, like, motherfucker, you can't stay closed if you're liquid.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you just burnt up all your weed too.
Yep.
This one should be great.
At least you're standing over and getting the smoke while you're burning it up with the torch.
I have come across containers from the dispensary that I've literally had to cut the fucking container open.
Break out a bench grinder.
Yeah.
I got scissors and everything else. I don't get this motherfucker. Look at
I get the fucking big metal
this
cutters
is to get in the fucking box.
Yeah, yup. I've had packages.
And I ain't got to it yet.
Give me
I
my
ain't got
fucking
to.
jet.
See, I'm the one that would end up going and vice gripping the motherfucker down to
I do.
a post
Oh,
on
yeah.
my deck and then cutting it open with the chainsaw.
Oh look, yeah. Now the box. Like now I got this. Now I got to get some motherfucker open, which means
Oh God!
you have to pin two sides
Now,
together.
see, those I actually like. You squeeze it, it pops open. I got
Right.
ones that'll carry a single joint. I got one that'll carry 4 joints.
Oh, that's okay. It came right open.
And I can just roll them up,
Man.
toss them in the tube, and bam,
all
off
right.
we go.
Now, how many percent THC is that, Steve?
This is 86.2. And that's
And
a
it-
full gram there. That's a lot.
Now, how much percentage THC is, Chris's flower?
More than likely 35, 30, 35.
Man, I don't know. That sounds like Steve's out smoking you, Chris.
This one in my pen currently is 92% THC. When I'm done with that, I got this one, which is 90% THC.
Okay.
Okay.
What I have in my cartridge is right at 92. The one I'm smoking on right now it's 90 cherry pie.
And the flower I got best I could find. It's at 38%.
That's good. That's good.
What's Rhino's flower at now?
So I think he said 35, something like that.
38%. That's the highest I've ever seen on flower.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, what's the THC content of like brownies?
Depends.
About 10 milligrams per brownie, depending on size and how much you actually put in it. But the ones you get from the dispensary, they keep them at 10 milligrams per square. And that's brownies, gummies,
Candy bar.
yeah, anything that comes in squares, it's 10 milligrams a square.
Do you think that they'll ever come up with like a
That's
THC
like, I didn't-
The THC what?
lube?
I know
Yeah.
at one point in time they
Yeah,
had
they
that
have
hemp
THC.
They
lube.
already have it, dude. I got this stuff called the Vino lotion. And you just fucking rub it in. Yeah, lotion. And you just rub it in, and in about 5-10 minutes, it just starts tingling really good, and any pain you have gone.
Whoa!
They had
Did you
THC
just see that from
stores.
Slider?
No.
What?
Chris. Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What?
talk about the blast you when you're sitting here. Something happened with Slider at work.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything about it on the air because it's not my place, but damn.
Let's just say Jim's about to work a lot of fucking hours.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, let's pray for Jim's sanity here.
Among other things.
Yeah. Well, being that I don't know the details, I know to at least pray for that.
Yeah. So, Chris, Corey's asking.
When it
so
comes
do you
to
like
me
rub
and
it
mine,
off?
when it comes to me and mine, any parts of my body, I just rub whatever needs to be rubbed.
Yeah, I do too.
You do realize where I can go with that.
Huh?
I do, and that's one of the reasons why I said me and my body. If something needs to be rubbed on my own body,
Wax on, wax off.
So you are rubbing your butthole.
Ooh.
no, because it don't need to be rubbed.
Wait a minute,
No,
Steve. You got
that's-
excited at
that's
the
where
thought of
you-
getting.
Say,
Steve,
TJ,
you
that's
wanna-
where you apply the lotion.
Steve, are you wanting to
What?
rub? Wait, hang on. Steve, are you trying to rub Chris's butthole? You sounded excited.
No,
about that.
I just said,
Oh,
I said, I bet Chris has got fucking buttloads of fucking hair in his butthole though.
No, I just don't rub what don't need to be rubbed, and my butthole don't need to be rubbed, so I don't rub it.
All
Not
right.
so much rubbed, but gently but firmly massaged.
Now, sometimes after dealing with TJ, I do got to sit there and rub the sides of my head for about half an hour.
Yeah, because I outthink him. He's trying to get the brain cells stimulated after the fact. All right, so I've got to ask this. Like, Chris has already answered. He's like, no, he doesn't want anything going into his butthole.
Oh,
Adam, I mean, you're in the heat of the moment, not paying attention. The wife slips you the finger. I mean, you good with that?
No, my hole is an exit only.
It's exit only. Okay.
I will
Steve.
be honest. It has been tried. It does not work. Not for me.
I don't think
No.
we even need to ask Steve.
Steve. Somebody tries to use you as an entry point. I mean, you gonna turn it down?
All I can say is don't knock it till you tried it, baby.
Wait, so you have tried it?
I felt it quite stimulating.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Steve's gotten his prostate milked.
I found it. I was told just for, you know, at first just a whoa, that your finger don't go there, baby. She says, no, just relax. I'm like, okay. And she continued to. She was orally gratifying me at the same time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's kind of like she had one finger in my butt, one finger in my butthole, and she was cupping my balls while she was.
Hang on.
I've got really multitasking.
Steve, could you do that impersonation again, real quick, for those that didn't see it?
She was,
how did she look again? All right, so she was smiling like a donut then.
Oh yeah, it worked.
Apparently.
And then I'd hold her head. That was the best part. And I went to, you went to do my thing. I fucking held her head down. No, don't stop.
So this is a. Oh God.
God and the sound effects. Come on, Steve.
Now, luckily, this was a girl that you had known for a while, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
All right. And of course, she was of age.
We'll just assume she has been, TJ,
Yeah.
for the sake of the show.
Wait a minute. I heard a stumble. She was of age, right?
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, TJ. Of course she was of age.
She was over the age. Okay. Over the age of 18.
Go.
Hey, I learned a very, very, very valuable lesson when I was younger. Don't take her word for it. Ask to see that ID.
I do. Oh, God, I do.
If there's doubt.
When in doubt, whip it out. Let me see that ID, bitch.
Not 1985.
Let me just say, let me put it like this. I'm glad I'm not on a list that I don't want to be on because of a girl I actually met at a bar.
Really?
And when I found out how old she really was, I was ashamed of myself.
How dare you, sir?
Dude, you know what really, it kind of blows me away right now, right? Do you realize that the kids that were around when, like, I graduated high school, they turned 25 this year?
Yep.
I'm driving down the road. Dude, I'm driving down the road. I'm listening to music from back then. Like, I'm listening to the original American Pie soundtrack. Like, hey, here we go. Here's Lit. Here, here's Smashing Pumpkins. You've
Sum
got
41.
Yeah, you got all this great 90s alternative rock. I'm listening to it. This girl walks out from the terminal in Houston to go ahead and tell me that she's got my load assignment ready and everything. I got the window down on the truck and I'm just jamming out and enjoying it. She goes, "Oh, hey, I love classic rock." "You love what? The fuck are you talking about? That's classic rock."
It technically is.
Yeah.
But I still ain't
Yeah.
playing it on Throwback Thursday.
And I'm like, when the fuck did you graduate? Oh, 3 years ago? I'm 21.
Yeah, I know. My wife was talking about some kid she fucking worked with a while back, and they were talking about 9/11, and he's like, "I wasn't even born yet." He's like,
Yeah,
"Wait
that
a
blows
second."
me away. What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
We
man.
are old, guys.
We've got a new
Hey.
bartender up at my hangout bar that started. One of the owner's daughters, her youngest daughter, who literally has no ass. I mean, like, literally no fucking ass.
Does she at least have hips that can be grabbed? Iffy.
She's kind of delinquent in the chest department, too.
Okay.
So it's like, why would anybody date you? I've seen fucking 4x6s that have more figure.
Well, that's better for me.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and I was like, man, I remember, getting on the phone and I had to stretch the cord across the living room to have a phone call. And she goes, "Well, where was your cell phone?"
You didn't have them.
I was like,
It
"Kid, back then cell phones were in the car or they were attached to a fucking car battery in a bag."
Yeah.
No. Our cell phones were on the corner in a box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
Or-
our payphone.
Cost 35 cents to call home.
Unless you called
No, it
collect,
don't.
then you
You
left
dial
your
1-800
message.
CALLATT, and when it says please leave your name, you leave your message real quick. Pick me up at 19th and Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1-800-COLLECT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a collect call from.
Pick me up at
Fucking answer
19th
the
and Jackson.
phone.
And a baby.
You have a collect phone call from. Pick me up at Adams and Maine and pick me up at Adams and Maine in Peoria.
No,
Will you accept the charges? No.
I was actually just watching vintage commercials the other day, and that
Had a
commercial
baby.
came on. You have a collect call from. We had a baby. It's a boy. Who was that, honey? That was Bob. They had a baby. It's a boy.
It's a boy.
And the local is
1-800-CALL-ATT, 1-800-COLLECT. Yeah, those were big ones back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
you have a call from the Sangamon County Jail.
But also, there was a trick to the payphones. If you dialed 611, it would register that payphone needs service, and you get one free call, and then the phone is shut down until someone looks at it.
I remember that.
In my hometown, actually, Steve lives there now, but there used to be a payphone there, and you could dial people's numbers, and it would connect to their phone. They just couldn't hear you.
Right.
That's annoying.
So you could call them and listen to them. They can't hear you.
Oh yeah.
Now,
But you can
here's
sit
another
there and
thing
punch
you
like
guys may not know about payphones is they were two-way. I used to live in an apartment that literally down on the corner from my apartment, there was a payphone right there. And in the summertime, I left my window open because when that phone rang, I ran down to answer it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the way I had it set up with my friends is you could dial and they could not hear you, but they could hear you punching the keys on the phone.
Oh.
So if they heard
Yeah.
deet deet deet, 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 deet. They knew to call that phone back.
Oh.
So then they'd star 69 it to get the fucking phone number and call me back. Where you at, man? Oh, I'm over here. All right, I'll be there shortly.
Hell yeah.
You don't know when you call somebody and you get a busy signal and you call operator and say, I need to make an emergency break in.
Or
yeah,
if
I remember
they were
that.
really
Yeah,
good. Every button you hit on your phone, it made a different tone sound.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you got good enough, you could recognize the numbers.
But yeah, that was things that these kids will never know about.
Sure,
I haven't heard a busy signal except for on a movie in probably 15 fucking years.
Nope.
Did you know that if your receiver, your buttons quit working, you could actually tap out the number on the hook?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I miss them old phones.
Welcome to Mayhem, the teacher of ancient knowledge.
Me and my wife were talking about them earlier today, and my favorite thing about them, and you can't do this no more, when you get pissed off with someone on the phone, you can't slam it down on the receiver and let them know you're fucking pissed.
Nope.
Like, well, you can, but you cost yourself your own phone.
Gotta miss that. You know, like you knew some
not that one. The you accidentally left it off the receiver and now it's going.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Because you can still get that one.
Oh, let's see. See, we're looking for this one, I think.
A fast busy.
Let's see.
That's it.
Hang
it up.
There it is.
Hang it up.
Exactly.
Damn it, Chris. Stop leaving the phone off the fucking hook.
Oh, man.
Where's the phone at?
And seeing if you had the right one with the cradle too, it was fun because if it rang, you could hit it the receiver just right, and it would flip up and you catch it. What do you want?
Of course, you don't hear these anymore either. You don't hear messages like this.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
Very rarely. You can still get that one on some.
It's rare.
But it's hard to find a number that is no longer in service.
No, they automatically reassign it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Let me see. There was another good one.
I think Julie got an idea. She grabbed her phone frantically.
Hold on. No, I'm actually.
Oh man, that's
So we were at the cricket a while ago, and we're talking about getting a new phone plan, and they said something about changing your number.
Oh.
I said, the only way I will change my phone number is if I can get the number 867-532, or wait.
5309?
Yeah, 867-5309.
and they're like, no.
They're looking into it.
Really? That's Jenny's number.
Yeah, you can't have Jenny's number.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to share that story, or do I need to?
Because then my phone message will be, hey, if you're looking for Jenny, I'm sorry you just missed her, but you can leave a message for Chris.
I still think my favorite one of all time, though, is still, I got a bum rap. You got your bum wrapped? Man, don't clown, from the Sangamon County Jail. That is by far still one of my absolute favorites from the Sangamon County Jail. And then you hear, "Are you in jail?" Yeah, I only need $162 to post bail. $162?
TJ, I sent you a message.
Now it's no bail in it in Illinois.
Yeah, now it's no cash bail.
Why do they even arrest you if you don't even have a stay?
Well, I mean, that was, again, we're talking 20 years ago.
That's true.
Yeah, I know. I got some shit I should probably go take care of.
TJ.
But...
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Who could work? That's a great idea. Who could I find that could go to work for a sex line and then call the local police department?
Could you actually get away with that nowadays? I think they could track your phone.
What?
Calling a sex line while you work for the police, or calling a police department while you work for a sex line? That was another thing. Like, you had all those 800 numbers that were like advertisement numbers.
The 900 numbers.
numbers.
The 900 numbers.
Now, wait. You had the 800 numbers that were the advertisements for the 900 numbers.
No. 800 numbers were toll-free numbers.
Yeah.
That's right.
900 numbers were by-the-minute numbers.
I'm well aware. I'm telling you, there was 800 numbers that worked as an ad for the 900 number. So if you dialed 800 XXX orgy, you got an advertisement for a 900 number.
Yeah.
How do I know that? I dialed it.
There were 800 numbers where, as a girl, you could call in and talk for free, but the men had to pay on the 900 side.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I still have this.
So Chris is going to try to prove my memory wrong again, which he's going to find out. No, I'm
not.
right.
No, I'm not. I actually have one of the funniest hotlines saved into my phone.
Is it the asylum line?
Probably disconnected
No.
now. I'll bet it's disconnected now. It's got to be, because I mean, everything's gone to the internet now, and everybody carries a fucking computer in their hand.
Yeah.
Like, remember the first do you guys remember what the first smartphones were?
Welcome to Call and Oates, your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear
Call
one
and
on one,
Oates?
please
Hall
press
and
1.
Oates.
To hear Rich Girl, please press 2. To hear Maneater, please press 3. To hear Privatize, please press 4.
Yep. It's the Hall and Oates hotline.
Watching you.
Yeesh. You interrupted where I was going.
Nowadays you can just pull up your phone.
Right. And get whatever you want.
Yep.
But I mean,
Of course,
okay,
I'm covering up the rest of it.
now, I will go back to, do you guys remember the first smartphones? Do you know what they were?
No.
The fucking BlackBerry.
Yep.
Okay. I almost could say the chocolate, but I wasn't sure.
Oh man, I dropped a chocolate phone in the damn toilet. I was pissed. I just had it about a week, and I dropped it in the toilet.
Yeah. I think I dropped my chocolate in the porta potty at the golf course.
Oh God, how are you going back after that motherfucker?
It was in my shirt pocket, and I used the porta potty. I think because it was so small, you know. If I could bend over or something. God damn it.
Well, the big ones back then were the chocolate, the Razor, and the BlackBerry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And BlackBerry was the actual first smartphone, and that fucker sucked.
Yeah. Especially if you had fat fingers, because the buttons were so fucking close together.
But there was, then the next thing you know, here it comes, and Steve Jobs' dead dick decided to fuck the industry and change everything again. And here comes the iPhone.
Okay, I worked for AT&T when the iPhone came out. That fucking sucked. There was
Because
so
everybody
much
was
wrong
after
with
it.
that phone.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I also had a Razor when it came out, but because I was an employee, I had to pay for that shit outright.
Ooh.
That was $800 for that thin-ass little phone.
Yeah.
But it was neat as hell, but you paid for it if you had to pay outright for it.
But, and now we've gotten into the Android versus iPhone argument. That's been the big one lately.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm an Android user. I like the Androids. They're easier to work with. They're user friendly. So fuck it.
At this point, phones are so similar that it's basically what iOS or what OS are you used to using. So I enjoy my Android phones. I have my S24 Ultra. What I'm using right now is a Samsung Galaxy Tab 7. So I'm using a tablet for this.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, the technology has gone so far in that. Yeah. Where, for crying out loud, the best form of technology to get a hold of your friends while you were out and about back when we were in high school was the fucking CB radio.
Yep. If you had friends who were down with that, yeah.
Oh, I was.
Usually we just called each other on the house phone and knew the meetup spot.
Me and my friends had the CBs. I'd drive by and go, get your ass to your car. And
yep.
Yeah, see, before cars, you just knew. Yeah, before everyone was driving cars, you knew where everyone was because you saw the entire group of bikes in someone's front yard.
Right. So, okay, here you go, everybody. This is Chris proving to everyone that he's so much of a stoner that he's now also a hoarder.
Yep.
I'm not a hoarder.
That's a lot of money.
You are a fucking hoarder. You just pulled out a Nokia.
That's around here somewhere. I just can't find it. And the only one of all the phones I've ever had that I wish was in this collection was the BlackBerry, and that got stolen by a crackhead.
Oh.
Now, Chris, all those phones can still be used to call 911.
I know.
As long as they have battery life, they can all dial 911.
And actually, most of them will turn on if I turn them on. There's just something fucked up with them that don't work. I'm getting ready to take them all to one of them e-recycling places and see what I get.
$10.
You're gonna get next to nothing. If you don't
you're gonna get like 10 cents a phone.
I've actually already looked it up, and there's, I might end up with $100 for all of them phones.
Yeah.
But you still have not refuted my point, and I've proven it, is that you are a hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder.
Dude, I have seen your living room.
Y'all see my living room.
Yeah, you purposely block the rest of it.
Just my
you have a path that's like 1.5 feet wide that goes through that room over all of your stuff. You're a hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder. The only reason there's a path that goes 1.5 feet wide is because of how I had to put my couches.
I walked into Steve's place, no problem.
So what? Wait a minute, DJ, are you saying that Chris is the dirty one out of those two?
I'm beginning to think so. Yes.
Steve's place was. Yeah. You didn't see bunch of crap all over.
Legos and Hot Wheels.
I'm really.
To be fair, TJ, if you would have came over during the week you were up, it would have just been Legos and Hot Wheels throughout the whole fucking house.
Those are the best.
Until you step on one.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, you and I talked about
that's why you take your shoes off at the door.
But you and I talked about that, and you said you had all the kids, so getting over there was probably like a bad idea.
All
So
7
big.
of them.
Oh,
7 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2 of us.
Fuck that.
Yep.
You and Rhino should have got together. He's got 7 kids too.
No.
That.
For
14
TJ's
kids.
sanity, I waved him off of coming over to the
Right.
house this week.
He's like, I'd love to see you, but I got all 7 kids. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
enough said.
Like the only way that's going down is if somehow he can pull me away from the house and get me out, but that's not right to do to Julie. It's not.
No.
So it's like I'll catch him next time.
Like, what am I going to do? Pull in there and go, get in the car. We're going to Steve's.
The car we're going to Bill's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Julie, but Adam, I'd come pick you up and kidnap you.
I would
He
have let
wasn't
him
gonna let
go.
He wasn't going to let it happen with 7 kids in the house.
No.
Sorry, woman, you're on your own.
I would at least be decent enough to drop her off some backup. Like, I don't know, Fat 420 after he's had about 5 bean burritos,
I was going to say, you want backup. One of my favorite things when I go up to visit my family, my one brother, I'll just randomly go over there, load his kids up on Snicker bars and Mountain Dew, body slam them
See,
real
that's
quick,
fucked
and then
up,
leave.
dude.
All right, later, guys.
That's what uncles are for.
Yep.
That's
I
fun.
am fun
Uncles are good
Uncle
for
Chris.
that.
I get your kids loaded up on sugar and then disappear.
And it's your fucking fault, Chris. When TJ came over to my house, he said, "Man, I gotta fucking use the bathroom." I thought, man, that motherfucker's been in there for a long time. I thought, that motherfucker's leaving me an upper decker. I am going to be fucking pissed.
I would not do that to a friend.
Huh.
I had to
I
even
thought
say,
it
I was
was
like, no, I
holiday.
will not do that to a friend.
Nah, that's something you do at a gas station that tried to shortchange you or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get shortchanged. You go in there, you get up on the upper deck, and then you let it fly.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to do that to a friend. That's just wrong.
Good. I was
But
worried.
it really is getting hard to find a toilet to.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've done it enough that now and you've made it so famous.
Well, usually old Casey's still have them. Older gas stations have them.
Yeah.
Like the one in Williams. God damn.
Damn.
That damn.
That would have been if Fat 420 was over there after burritos.
God
That
damn.
would have flooded my house, TJ. What the fuck?
You. All right, I hear you, Pumpkin.
Or it could have been this one.
Ooh, that sounded juicy.
I had 2 preteen boys in my house. Trust me, there couldn't have been any more worse smells.
I would. Now you got me thinking of places that would still have toilets for an upper decker, and I wish there was a police department somewhere in the world that still had
For
one.
fuck's sake, really?
Dude, if I went into a bathroom in a police department and I saw a toilet with a tank, it would be like, hallelujah.
I bet Williams will. I bet Williams will.
This would be Chris on that upper deck.
I'd want to make it a real shitty one.
Would be the time you
God, Chris, really?
God damn.
Oh, God damn.
Did you just steal the toilet scene from Dumb and Dumber?
No, that was not the toilet scene from Dumb and Dumber. That was one of my soundboards.
I mean, all you were missing was the guy going like a rooster, eyes rolling in the back of his head and shit.
Falling over sideways like, oh.
Don't use colors, bro.
Yeah, no, Steve, I actually walked out. I had to pee. And I mean, that was a piss that I had held since Springfield, Missouri. And I finally got where I could let it go, and I went and pissed. And oh my God, dude. Not even a fart with it. That was just straight piss. And I walk out, Steve looks at me and goes, "Did you leave an upper decker, motherfucker? I will fucking kill you if you left an upper decker." And I'm like, "No, you wouldn't. One, no, I did not leave you an upper decker. And two, you wouldn't kill me. Chrissy would, because she'd be the one cleaning it out."
Exactly.
Now I'm waiting for Dan to put a bathroom in his wood shop.
Oh, yeah.
Because when he puts that bathroom in his wood shop, motherfucker, I'm dropping an upper decker there. He wants to be a dick to everybody. I'm leaving that motherfucker an upper decker.
Now, I've rented a couple different houses. I probably should have left a good upper decker in on my way out.
I've been to a couple of gas stations I should have left an upper decker. One particularly right outside of Chicago. At Lorenzo Road.
I did.
Let's see, in Dwight.
No, not in Dwight. Wilmington, Lorenzo Road.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. I used to stop there every day.
I did
Every
leave an
day.
upper decker on my way out the door.
But no, I mean, again, now we're going back into things that kids these days will not understand. Like I started playing My Own Worst Enemy by Lit yesterday at the bar.
Okay.
Probably one of my favorite songs, right?
Yeah.
This young girl that just started there, she's like, "Wow." And I go, "What?" She goes, "I didn't know that song existed." "Well, have you ever watched American Pie?" And she goes,
What's that?
"What, is that a baking movie?"
Yeah.
Yes, with nice hot apple pie.
Yeah,
A nice
it's baking.
warm apple pie.
Nice warm pie.
Yes, it's a baking movie. Matter of fact, it'll tell you about that one time at band camp.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Allison Hannigan. She said in an interview for the 25th anniversary, which was surprisingly enough 2024. It was this year. American Pie is 25 years old. What do you think of that, Chris? How old do you feel now?
You ain't got to remind me.
There are kids out there that are old enough to drink that were not alive when that movie came out. Try that one on for size.
I could have swore.
There are kids who have graduated from college and not seen that movie.
Right. I'm like, what do you mean you've never seen that?
Yeah.
Well, my parents said it was not good for me to watch.
Huh.
Oh, wait, my parents didn't have a say about it. I was 19 when it came out.
Right.
25 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
A year after I graduated high school.
Yeah. That was the year I graduated high school.
We will all be late at prom. Sounds like something Steve said to his football team.
I didn't get laid at prom.
Steve,
my buddy did in my car. But,
but did you get laid at prom?
Nope. I watched. Though.
Oh, you watched somebody else get laid at prom.
I watched my buddy Jeff get laid.
Chris, did you get laid at prom? He's purposely ignoring me now.
I probably got drunk too. I know my buddy Jeff got drunk because he passed out in the mud in a white tux.
Oh no!
He wore a white tux
Ouch.
and he got fucking drunk. We got drunk out the trees and he fucking passed out in the mud. And we all laughed at him. I said, fucking leave him there. Motherfucker.
Chris, did you get laid at prom?
If you didn't go to prom.
Oh, I guess.
Okay,
I
I guess
guess-
I didn't go to prom.
I can't believe you guys did not get laid. I didn't even go to prom and I got laid at prom.
What?
I did not go to prom and I got laid at prom.
Okay. How'd you pull that one off?
Rode the
No
motorcycle.
shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Fucking
I rode
bad boy.
the
That's the
motorcycle in, and I'm
motorcycle.
like, what the fuck, Arita? I honestly didn't want to go. I was out riding and just enjoying the evening. And, then a couple of the girls I went to school with are like, come on over. I'm riding around Peoria. So I rode it right in the fucking front door. Like, I'm here. What now? You need to leave. I was planning on it. I didn't want to be here to look at you people. One I'd been after for years, man. She's like, slips me the number of the hotel room she was at. She's like, come over in about an hour. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah, right. Excellent.
I didn't get laid, but I remember they were because my parents. I didn't get laid because I went with my cousin, and that didn't seem right. But I went with my buddy Jeff and his date Carol, and then my buddy Steve and his girlfriend Angie. We had one of them fucking conversion vans. My dad let me
there
take
you
the
go.
van. My dad let me take the van that night. We went to the fucking. Where do we
Your
go?
dad's taking the van encouraging you to get laid on prom night.
Yeah.
I went with my cousin.
Who didn't get laid on prom night?
Steve went with his cousin. Would you bang your cousin on prom night?
I would have banged her if she would have let me. I don't think she was a little bit younger.
I would
than me.
never.
She was-
First off, I would never go to prom with my cousin because prom is like a guaranteed. It's pretty much a guarantee. It's like Valentine's Day, your wedding night. It's pretty much a guarantee. And Adam, how the hell did you not go to prom?
No, okay. So my junior prom, I went with my ex-girlfriend, and because she wanted to go. And I got there, and she left me for another guy there at prom. So that wasn't happening. I didn't go to my senior prom, but my freshman year of college, I went to one of my friends' senior proms out of New Berlin, and I was
late at that one.
Yeah, I was engaged to someone in college at the time, but she thought it was cool if I went, so I did, and I stayed. So yeah, I didn't get laid at a prom that I attended.
Well, I can honestly say I did not attend the prom, but I did get laid.
Oh no, you went to the prom. You may not have bought a ticket.
I didn't buy a ticket. I rode in my jeans and a jacket and my fucking bike. I'm like, whatever.
Damn.
I must be the one that fucked up because I was the one that rented the fucking tuxedo and bought the corsage and set up fancy dinner at the fucking Hilton in Springfield and fucking rented
then wound up watching his friend get laid.
Junior year, rented a limo. Senior year, we took the van.
Steve, there seems to be a pattern with you. Yeah. You always tend to watch, but never be involved.
You know what it is? I have women tell me this all. Steve, you are a nice, super nice guy. You know how many times I'm so sick of hearing that. Oh, you're such a nice guy.
I dealt with that for so long, and it's like, why do women love assholes?
Right, yeah.
When that whole line starts, you're such a nice guy. It's over.
Exactly.
Once
you hear that,
in the friend
zone. You're such a great guy. You're such a super friend.
You're like, you're done. I'm done. Get the fuck out of my house.
Exactly. Fuck them. I'm done. Goodbye. I don't need this.
I actually, there was one girl that, I'm spending money hand over fist, left and right. We were dating, and then she finally comes up, and we're sitting there, and she's like, you're such a nice guy. And I go, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house. You're gonna go there, get the fuck out. And I knew what was getting ready to happen. When you can read that, it's like goodbye.
Yeah.
Well,
Adam,
I mean,
why you look like you're getting
420,
ready
I
to
don't
throw
know. I don't
down?
know why Adam looks like he's ready to throw down with somebody. I don't know why Steve looks like he's ready to throw someone down and defile them. I don't understand why Chris looks like he finger banged the cat. I mean, there's a lot I don't understand today.
It wasn't a cat, but it definitely was a pussy.
Oh.
So, no, it but no, that whole friend zone thing where women have the fucking power. They got the pussy, man.
Yeah, they do. I hate that. And then I hate these women that are fucking
and they use it.
I hate these fucking women that are prick teasers. I've been talking to this chick on the internet, and I thought she was single. I thought, damn, I'm getting somewhere with this bitch. I mean, she was getting all nasty and shit. I said, well, maybe we need to meet. She said, I'm married. And what the fuck are you fucking with me and telling me you're gonna let me suck your titties and everything like that?
Like there was one that I went.
And I got a math test tomorrow.
There was one that I went to high school with. That I mean, we talked, and I never wanted to go I never wanted to take it to this level, and she just keeps firing shit at me. I said, if you keep it up, I said, I'm giving you fair warning. If you keep it up, I am going to take it to a level that you're
not going to be prepared for.
You are not prepared for, and you're going to find out how twisted my mind really is. I'm warning you right now. You need to stop. And she goes, what? Can't handle the heat? And I'm like, all right, bitch. And I just, boom, I let her have it.
You go, you're like, all right.
I'm like, okay, you asked for it, and I let her have it. Like, I'll tell you right now, this is what I would do. This is how I'm doing. I would make sure you could, blah, blah, blah. I went full on ecstasy level. I'm blocked 30 seconds later. She's like,
apparently she can.
Whoa.
Yep.
And I got asked about it by another friend of ours in the class, and I said, look, I warned her. That's another thing these bitches don't do is they do not understand when I give a warning about something like that. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
I will be foul. And I'm going to go I am going to unload that like John Lamb wrote it for me. I went levels that little Noid would not have gone to with this girl.
But I had a vein.
What just happened, Steve?
I hate to change the subject, but President Carter died.
Oh, damn.
100 years old. That was on the special
nice
report.
Long life.
Former President Jimmy Carter died at 100 years old. Man, well, the last couple of years, he's been bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, they showed him getting carried in basically to vote.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said before, we talked about it on the show. He wanted to live to see a female president. He voted for Harris, and it didn't happen. He can't wait 4 more years.
No, he was done.
100 years old, you can't hold on no longer.
Yeah,
but he was a good guy. He really was.
So to kind of bring it back around, Fat 420, he goes, the girl's sitting there saying, I can't find a good man, blah, blah, blah. Listen, bitch, they're in your friend zone.
They're all over on fucking TikTok.
100%. They are in your friend zone.
I see all the motherfuckers on TikTok saying, oh, I can't find a man, marry me. Well, let's get it on, bitch. I hate this one to say, will you marry me? Fuck yeah, man, let's go. Come on, move in.
The line I always hated hearing from a girl was, I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't want to fuck up the friendship.
I've actually flipped that back. I've actually flipped that back myself.
It's like a good relationship is on a great foundation with an awesome friendship. Just my opinion.
But you're also running a big risk. Like, okay, look.
But Okay, go ahead,
Of
TJ.
course, there's risk. There's risk in all relationships, but to have that long
How
term.
willing are you to risk it? That's the question.
No, apparently she was not.
Like, Steve, you got a
But
friend that's like
Can
one of
you
your
have
best?
sex without? Can you have sex without love? Yes.
Can you have love without sex?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I think
No,
so.
I cannot.
Oh wait, Steve. Chris does. It's with his hand.
Oh, he's in love with his hands?
Yeah, and his lotion.
That's what it was. He went and got that lotion, didn't he?
That's got to be it.
So how is that love without sex?
Well, that's sex without love.
No, how is that sex without love?
Because you're having
Nobody
sex with
loves me
yourself.
like me.
Well, I see.
But no, yeah, I'll give you guys the example again. One of my absolute best friends lives in Las Cruces, and I've had she has an idea, but I've quietly had a thing for her for years and years.
Right.
But she's one of my best friends, and I'm like, there would have to be an understanding, like, hey, if this is going to go down the toilet, we cut it before the friendship dies.
Yeah.
That'd be the only way then, like, oh my God. Like, Steve, you've seen a picture of her.
Yeah.
And Adam, I know I've sent you,
yeah.
You've seen a picture of her.
Probably, yeah.
Steve, I showed you the picture in your apartment while I was there.
Yeah, you did.
And I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
she's the top of the mountain for me.
Right.
Because I know what type of person she is. And then the other thing is, I'm at such a point now, I don't want somebody living with me.
Right, exactly.
I don't want somebody living within good proximity of me. I want my peace and fucking quiet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be conveniently inconvenient. I want to be reachable by phone.
Yep.
Text, picture message, video horny chat, whatever the case may be. Have some time together, especially when I get ready to retire coming up, and I can start traveling more. Like, come travel with me. Let's go have fun.
Yeah, TJ, you're in a unique situation where as soon as the coach is up and going, you can just go, and you're still at home.
Yeah, I can still bring home with me. And, well, I'm also going to be, coming up in the next couple of years, I'm going to be in even more of a unique position for somebody my age, where I'm going to have the disposable income coming in that if I want to leave for a month, 2 months, whatever the case may be, I can go.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when I come home, I come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be tied to an area. I have, moral ties to where I live that make it home. But if we want to be very grounded about it, the only thing that ties me here is my P.O. box.
Right.
This is where I get my mail.
Yeah.
MAIL, by the way, Chris, before you say it.
What kind of mail is you getting again?
Good.
With a postage stamp.
I don't know. I heard some crazy things can happen in Austin there.
Well, I mean, they're keeping it weird.
Yeah. Hey. To each
But
their
no,
own.
like
To
I
each
said,
their
this area, this is my home because the two places I have even more of a tie to, I'm within driving distance of both. I'm 14 hours to Springfield. I'm 8 hours to Las Cruces. I'm in a very good middle of the road spot.
Yeah.
Where I'm still comfortable where I live. And that's the key. That's the trick.
Right.
And I do love where I live. I'm close to San Antonio. I'm close to Austin, Houston. I'm a little bit farther from Corpus Christi, but not that much. I can have fun down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to sit and fold up everybody's laundry. I can, I just put mine away.
I hated that.
I'm not a hoarder, so, my coach is getting cleaned out. Anything that's not necessary is going away. I think there is a hoarder on the show. I'm not going to name any names.
I'm not a hoarder.
I'm not gonna
collector.
I'm not gonna single anybody out.
I'm a collector.
He's a collector.
I'll never single anybody out for living in a way that appears to be hoarderish, ever at all. There's nobody I wouldn't single anyone out, but I do believe there is someone on the show that lives in a hoarderish appearance fashion.
No,
I'm not a hoarder.
Because if it was really a hoarder, you wouldn't be able to see that window. The window because
I don't know. Take a look at that couch. It's getting close.
Well, no, you can still see the cushions. And hoarders, man, they got clear to the ceiling.
I mean, just like I don't know anybody at all that would ever admit to shit in their pants. Now, I've heard of somebody doing that who's on the show. I'm not going to name any names or single anybody out.
No,
but I've heard of somebody I've heard of somebody that'll shit his pants once in a while. That's on the show.
Occasionally, it happens.
And I mean, I'm not going to name any names.
No, man, no, dude, it's. Sometimes when I hit puck, when I hit.
Who's got the cricket phone? No, that was Chris. Steve muted. It was Chris's phone.
What? No, man, that hit went up my nose and into the back behind my eyes, and my eyes just make you sneeze. That's probably, yeah, that was burned. But that's good. That little fuck. That fucking burned bad. I can't. I've been going 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm getting close to wrapping it up because I do have to work tonight. I got to return tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that suck.
Dude, I was like, man, I could have had the whole weekend and been fine. I actually, just the time off, I've been like, I don't want to go back to work yet.
Well, you had entire Saturday to decompress.
Yeah, oh God, I just chilled all day yesterday. Actually got some more work done on my book. I'm now another, chapter and a half ahead.
Awesome.
The character that is based on Ray has now been written into the book. I got to the part where he got wrote in. And believe me, he's just as Ray-ish as the real one. Steve's like, oh God, no.
Very smug. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a giant smug cloud throughout that part of the book, and like time limits on discussion for advice. I mean, very, very smug. My time is worth more than yours.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, right. I mean, so you get what I'm saying. It's like there were some definites that were there. That's like, oh, you could tell who it was based on.
You say this is an autobiography?
No, it's not an autobiography. No, this is a fictionalized version of my life. It's not an autobiography.
Well, yeah, this person doesn't sound very fictional to me.
But there are some things that the people who are the main characters that they're based on, they know what really happened and how it happened.
Oh, okay.
But they're enjoying how I'm writing it because they're seeing what the arc could have been for us. I mean, we still wound up in the same spot, but seeing the character arcs of how this story is unfolding, they're loving it.
Say, do you still have a character in your first book that still chronically masturbates?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
And oddly enough, his name is Chris. CMC, chronically masturbating Chris.
Oh, is he still on the phone?
I think he is. You're getting angry at me.
And we can't hear you, Chris, if you're talking to us.
What is this?
I think he's got his mic turned off.
Okay.
But with that being said, though, there we go. We've been hearing a lot of the bossa nova. So, Adam, final thoughts tonight.
Well, since my door just opened, I think I'm going to reach out and touch someone. So I'll see you
Wow,
guys later.
AT&T all over again. And he disappears. Good Lord. Chris, your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Steve, you're going down, buddy. You're going down like a turd in the sewer.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, always support local independent music artists, small businesses, your local mom and pop shop. You know?
Yeah. Hey, I listened to Belushi Powerball Speedball today.
I know you may be able to get a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but you know what? Support someone that wants to actually do something and run a business. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, always keep the rubber to the road and watch out for motorcycles. That's my final thoughts.
Steve. The Stain Blaine.
Chronic Chris, you got nothing, man. That's all I got to say. You got nothing. You don't scare me. You can't see me.
You should be scared.
Don't forget,
I
I'll
can't
be
see
on
you
tomorrow.
through the cloud of smoke I'm blowing at you.
Yeah, don't forget, I'm on tomorrow morning on Wake and Bake with me and Rhino on the Ray Light of the Morning Disaster Network, and then I'll be back Tuesday with Ray and Christina and whoever else. Maybe, and I'm sure we'll probably be talking about something.
Kind of like this show, you know, you never know what's going to fall out.
Yeah, Corey, I saw that N.I. Light was playing the gin mill this weekend. People were fucking camping out the Giddy, and
I passed the House of Blues on the way back home.
Oh yeah,
in Dallas. So, all right, everyone. So to fill you in on what is getting ready to happen, this is going to be a little bit of a different week. New Year's Eve. Join us 10:30 at night for an extra New Year's Eve edition, Amigos After Dark. 10:30 at night. We're going to go live. We're going to ring in the new year, and I am looking for a volunteer to lower balls onto Steve's head. Because I think...
Whoa. Does it matter what kind of balls? I mean, do they have to be... Oh, because females and males have balls.
Well, I don't care.
Okay, I prefer female balls.
I mean, for all I care, it could be Shelly lowering her vagina onto your head.
She does have a nice taste.
And then, of course, Thursday night, we'll have another Amigos After Dark. Back Sunday for another Mayhem's Amigos. So, we will see you Tuesday night, 10:30. I am TJ. That's Steve. That's Chronic Chris. Adam's getting laid. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And have a good evening. Good night.
Love T-Bag.